welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Priscilla, I'm the owner of A Life Full of Simplicity. Today I'll be unboxing and flipping through the Moon Dust Tarot. This is by Florance, Saul, and published by Watkins Publishing. Watkins did send me this for the purpose of review, so big thank you to them for sending this my way. I'm so excited to get into this. Oh my god, this deck looks so good. And I'm excited to go through the guidebook and the images and the images of the cards and things like that. I also have several pairings that you will see towards the end of this video. Of course, there's always timestamps down below if you just want to look at the pairings because you've already seen this deck. So definitely skip around if you're interested. Also in the description box below, you'll find links where you can find this particular deck. The Amazon link is always affiliate and it is a global link. So if you click it, it should take you to your Amazon. That's because that's how I have it set up anyway. So yes, and if you're interested, I do have new links for both my social media. It's one link, you click on it and you'll see all my social media linked. So you can definitely follow me on other platforms. It's a great way to support me on other places, and also a free way as well. And of course, I do have another link if you want to support the channel in any way. If you click that, you'll find all the ways you can support me in a more monetary kind of way, if you wish, of course. And then another free way is by subscribing to the channel and just turning on the bell, liking this video, doing all the things that helps support and grow this channel. So thank you so much for everyone who already does that and everyone who is interested in doing that. So yes, without further ado, let's get into the deck because I am excited. Now look at that gilding, like that. Oh my god, it's so nice. The gold. It says that it's a deck and guidebook to activate ethereal lunar magic, which love that, honestly. So cool. So in the back here, let's read what the back says. So the back says the power of the moon is at your fingertips. Discover the 78 classic tarot archetypes as they have never been seen before, enlightened with lunar wisdom and dream insight. Each card is sprinkled with golden moon dust, connecting you with the realm of the stars, moon, and the universe. Oh wow, that sounds really nice. And then we have ask the cards for guidance on problems and allow Ishtar, the goddess of love, to guide your spirit to a higher level. And then it says channel each of the elements through the 4 minor arcana suits. And then it also says use the cards differently depending on the moon phase, with spreads for a full moon, new moon, and more. So there's spreads in here, which that's exciting because I love spreads. I think if you've been subscribed a while, you know I love spreads. So loving this so far. And then it says elevate your lunar connection to the next level, find answers, hone your intuition, and transform your life. Really cool. Really cool. So it does retail for $30 in the UK, or rather £30 in the UK, $40 in the US, and $54 in Canada. So yes, and I'm assuming in Australia it's closer to my pricing, so it would be closer to the $50 or a little bit more. So it's pale pink inside. I don't know if you can see the little design. Let's see if I can focus. It's in white, but you can see a little bit there. There's a little bit of a design inside. Okay. And we have the same design inside and the bottom. I like the colors, the soft lavender and the pink inside. Oh, so beautiful. So I'll put the box there. We have the guidebook. Oh my god, look at the backs. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. Okay, we'll look at the cards soon. And let's get into the guidebook. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so we have a table of contents. So an introduction, the deck, Moon Dust Tarot reading, tarot spreads, and then we go into the major arcana, minor arcana. Okay, and then acknowledgements and about the author. Perfect. So let's see what we have. So the book itself is in black and white, which is fine. I don't mind that. Okay. Okay, so we have a 3-card spread. Past, present, future. Then we have a new moon spread, looking within, unhidden advice, and best outcome. And then we have a full moon spread, insight, action, unseen, and outcome. A moon cycle spread. Whoa. This is a 22 card spread. Okay. This is a 3-month reading, and you can repeat it 4 times a year. Oh, okay, that's cool. Look at that. Interesting. Okay, so then we get into the cards. So let's see what we have here. We seem to have like a poem, or yeah, it kind of looks like a poem of some sort in the beginning, or some kind of prose verse, something of the sort in the beginning, which is really nice. I do like that. And then we have some keywords, general, then upright and reversed, or like general. I guess these would be like general themes, more or less. And then we have the upright and reversed keywords. And then we go right into the blurb. So it seems like we have some information. Then we have like a reversed meaning here. I'm going to assume that this is the upright. And then it goes into the next card. Okay, so I want to see the minors. Okay, minors here. Okay, so we seem to have the same kind of layout. So we have some kind of poetry or prose, verse, something here to depict the card. And then we have keywords and the little blurbs. And the length really depends, like the length of the page really depends on the card, but it seems like we have 2 pages per card. So this page and then the blurb information. I always call it a blurb information, but the little paragraphs. Okay, that's really good. I really do like that. Look at that. 2 of Cups. We only have 1 line. Oh, brother, where art thou? It's like Shakespearean. Shakespearean. So we will read from this. Like I will read from this afterwards, after we go through the cards. So far, I'm really liking the layout of the guidebook. But I want to actually read like an entry or 2, at least maybe 1 from the major arcana and then 1 from the minor arcana, just to see how it sounds. And then we can go from there to see what the actual information is. We have gilded edging in gold, which I feel like really fits with the theme. You know, we have gold foiling on the backs, which, oh, stunning. That's probably why this deck is like so expensive. So yes, I'm super excited. The cards are glossy, just to let you know, but I don't mind it too much. I feel like they're not, well, I haven't unstuck them yet, so they are not moving too much, but I feel like they're not too bad. Like when I shuffle them, I feel like they'll shuffle pretty good. We'll see when we get to that point, but let's start here. So we have the Fool. So this is a collage deck. I feel like in back, it's like someone's eye, which is really cool. Like it's an iris. That's what it feels like anyway. And then we have the Magician. Very ceremonial magic in the back with the I don't know what you call one of these, but with this thing in the back. Feels very ceremonial magic. We have the High Priestess. We have like the moon phases here. Very interesting. We still have the pillars. Seems like there's crosses here, which is interesting. And then we have the Empress. A lot of birds in the background. The Emperor. We have like some angel statues here. Very interesting. Then we have the Hierophant. I feel like this is pretty traditional for a Hierophant. We have the Lovers. We have a rainbow here. Why does this guy remind me of Adam Sandler? I don't know. Anyway. We have the Chariot. We have pyramids here. Very interesting. With Strength. With the lion and the girl. We have the Hermit. I do really like this Hermit card. We still have like the lantern aspect, but it feels like she's looking out to like the universe and the moon. Wheel of Fortune. Again, feels very ceremonial magic with this seal. I don't know. I don't even know what you call these things. Oh, can you even see that well? Let's see. Maybe if I do this. Then we have Justice. I like that the scales are not balanced. So you have one scale up here and we'll have one scale down here. Because typically a lot of the time we see scales are more balanced in my opinion, but in this case they're not balanced, which is interesting. The Hanged Man. Death. Oh, interesting death card. It's a lot of like, I don't even know, smoke or like clouds or something behind death. We have Temperance. Interesting Temperance, because like she's holding a cup with one hand, the other hand is free. They're both up though. I wonder what it says in the guidebook about this card. We also have a rainbow. It's so cool. The Devil. Shadow figure. Hold on, I'm going to look at this up close. I just want to see. It's like an arm with a torch. There's an arm here with a torch. Here, if I bring it closer. An arm here with a torch. Doesn't belong to the figure. And doesn't look like it anyway. Or maybe it does. I don't. Doesn't really look like it. So that's interesting. Then we have the Tower. We have like lightning. Some kind of explosion thing happening over here. A star, big star up here. Does feel a bit chaotic. We have the Star card. Oh, I love this moon. She's beautiful. Then we have the sun. This is gorgeous, honestly. Really gorgeous. Judgment. Interesting. She's holding something in her hand. What is this? Oh, it's a scale. A balanced scale. So she's holding a balanced scale. If you can see that right there. It's balanced now. Interesting. I feel like that's an interesting contrast between judgment and justice. So I really like that. Because you're unbalanced to begin with, and then finally you reach that stage of acceptance, and things are a little bit more balanced in that way. You can definitely feel that sense of just it doesn't really continue to be more of an affinity, but you definitely feel that, like, what is it, yin yang kind of effect in this card, the depiction of it anyway. We have the Three of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. Love the owl. We have the Five, Six, Seven, Eight, oh, this is the card that's on the box. 9. I love this card though. Very beautiful. 10. With the Page. What is she holding? Moon Dust Dreams. Oh, she's holding her book. That's funny. So she has a book also, which I don't own. It's called Moon Dust Dreams. And this person is holding her book. I love it. I love it when creators put like they put the deck in like in the deck itself when there's like tarot reference or like their own publications. It's like a subliminal message to advertise your own work. We have the Queen. And we have the King. Okay, then we have Wands. 2 of Wands. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Definitely feels less pippish than the Pentacles, actually. 9. Then we have the 10. Oh, look, another owl. Love the owls in this deck. We have the Page. I love her dress. Wow. Knight. Queen. And we have a King. Look at that lion. Actually, oh, there's no black cat. That's too bad. Like when they include the cat. Then we have here the lion. Then we have the Ace of Swords, Two of Swords. Love the ocean in the background. Typical Three of Swords. We have the Four of Swords. The Five of Swords. Six of Swords. 7. 8. I do like this Eight of Swords. In this depiction, she's actually holding a sword, which is interesting. Knight of Swords. 9, rather. 9 of Swords. I don't know. Don't really get, like, nightmare vibes from this. It's very ethereal. And then we have the 10 of Swords. Page. Knight. Queen. And King. Okay, lastly, we have the Cups. I do like this Ace of Cups, though. The aces are all really nice. 2. 3. I feel like this is very typical of the Three of Cups. Very traditional. And the 4. Interesting. 5. We have 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Page. Knight. Interesting. She's playing a violin. Queen. And lastly, the King. All the kings are like very young looking. We have another lion here. Well, lioness. But yes. So the cards feel like standard oracle size to me. Let's take a look though to just double check. Okay, so let's see. So this is a card from a Hay House deck, which is standard oracle. Yeah, they are standard oracle. So this deck is standard oracle size. Obviously, the corners are rounded differently, but other than that, it's the same exact size in height and width. So standard oracle, and if you wanted to see like tarot, this is standard tarot. So it's wider, much wider, and then a little bit taller than standard tarot in that regard. Which I don't mind as long as it's standard oracle size. I don't really mind it because I'm used to this size because of Hay House. Like all their oracle decks are standard oracle, so I don't mind it as long as it's not bigger than standard oracle. That I'm like, ugh, it just gets a little too big and hard to shuffle. So we're gonna go ahead and shuffle this. As I said earlier, the cards are glossy. They're a little bit of a thick cardstock. I don't mind it though. I do actually really like it. I overhand, so for me, it doesn't really matter. But I know for people that riffle shuffle, I don't know how this deck riffle shuffles. You probably have to ask someone who actually riffle shuffles, which is definitely not me. but I do like how this is shuffling so far. It doesn't seem to be clumping too much or sticking together, which is nice. That's something I was kind of worried about with the foiling on the back. And I'm not sure what kind of gloss this is. It doesn't feel like sticky gloss. It does feel pretty smooth, so maybe that's why it's shuffling well. So I do really like that. I do have other decks from Watkins Publishing that I bought myself, and I've never had an issue with their cardstock, so I'm glad that it's pretty much the same. Like, I'm not having an issue now. This is so great. Like, honestly, I love this. Okay, so let's pull a card. So we have the 9 of Cups, and then I want a major card. Here we go, Temperance. Let's just do that. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so we're going to read 9 of Cups first and then Temperance. Let me, I feel like zooming in a bit. Let me zoom in a bit. Okay, that looks a little better. Okay, so 9 of Cups. So the Cups is the last suit in this deck. Okay, 9 of Cups. So I'm going to read the poem first. So the poem reads as, at arm's length or less would be best, in the palm of my hand, within reach of my bet to net, in the scope of my plan, in my sight within range, in my keep, come desire to my days, that comes so oft in sleep. Interesting. Okay. I think that oft is like often. That comes so often in sleep. So that's interesting. Then we have the keywords. So keywords are success, goals, happiness, and abundance. Upright keywords are happiness, desires, optimism, and confidence. Reverse keywords are ego, conceit, overreaching, vanity, and greed. Then we get into the little blurbs. So the 9 of Cups is a most welcome gift in any reading. In the card, we see a reclined female surrounded by abundance within her reach. She may be resting or sleeping, suggesting that her desires may be either real or wishful. But either way, she can have what she wants. Oh, okay. So I really like that. I like that they talk about what's happening in the card. I wonder if they do that for everything, because that's really good. I like this information because like it's very collage based. So sometimes you're like, what's going on? But I really like that they added that. Okay. And then it continues on saying, as we journey through life and love, some moments precede winning streaks. While we may not know them at the time, most of us have had winning streaks, and the 9 of Cups are a gift to let us know all we desire is now within our grasp. Our response to receiving this card should be to identify what we want and provide us with the confidence to pursue our dreams. The reversed card, while equally optimistic about our promising future, cautions that overconfidence, arrogance, conceit, or too many assumptions could steer us away from our goals and disrupt divine will. Our response to this card should be to check our ego at the door before we step into our desired and well-earned future. Interesting. I really like the way this read. So I'm really liking this so far. Let's read the Temperance so we can see how the majors sound. Temperance. Here we go, Temperance. Okay. Temperance. Okay, so the poem is, mirror, mirror in my soul, Give me prudence, that is all. Give me reason, fair and square, and all the temperance you can spare. I like that. It's kind of like a little little nursery rhyme or like a little spell of some sort. It's like so cute. I really like that. Then we have the keywords. So general keywords are moderation, addiction, and self-control. Upright keywords are priorities, moderation, healthy interest, and reversed keywords are addiction, compulsion, and denial. Temperance calls on us to reflect on how we moderate our conduct. Turned slightly to one side, she is neither confrontational nor dismissive. She is modest in her presentation. She reaches for the heavens, desiring enlightenment and wisdom, yet only holds a chalice high for filling. One is enough. She is poised and well balanced and glances upward to the sky ahead, moderating her desires by controlling her gaze. Ah, okay. I understand this card now. Again, I really like that they included information about what's going on in the card. So that's really good. They did a great job with them. This card prompts us to look at our current priorities to ensure that we are keeping a balanced grasp on all the essential and healthy components of our life. Taking on too much or too little can be detrimental to our purpose at this time, and temperance would not advise either. Whereas the upright card will prompt moderation in things that we are aware of. Reverse, this card may challenge us to moderate where excess is less an overlooked choice and more a subconscious need. The energy of this card asks us to reflect on compulsive or addictive conditions, spiraling debt, or other unsustainable conditions. When we receive the reverse temperance, we must take a brutally honest look at ourselves. That's really good. Okay, I'm going to zoom out and now show you exactly what I read for both cards. Okay, so this is what I read for the Nine of Cups. So I read this, and then I read this. And then for Temperance, I read this, and I read this. So I have to say, I really love the guidebook. The guidebook is really well done. I think the creator did a fantastic job with the little poem thing in the beginning is really cute. Some of it is, sometimes it's in like more of a Shakespearean kind of English, which I know some people have a hard time understanding. I think it's about just like reading between the lines and seeing what you understand from what you read in that sense. 'Cause I feel like that kind of poetry, it's really based on like what you gather from it. It's more like an intuitive kind of notion, in my opinion. But the rest of the information, I love that they added keywords. So if you're in the mood to not have to read or don't want to read like the blurb, the second page that has all the paragraphs of information, if you're not in the mood to read that, you have the option of reading the keywords, which is great. I love when creators give both keywords and then a blurb of information. So that's great. I love that the creator included information on what's happening in the card. If you're like me, and sometimes collage decks are a little bit hard to understand, especially when it's like not traditional tarot and you're looking at it and you're like, what does this mean in terms of like traditional meaning, right? So I love that the creator related it back to the meaning of the card and told us why she's standing in this way and why she's holding her hands up to the sky and things like that. I found the information like really eye-opening. So I absolutely love this. Cardstock is fantastic. I'm excited to use this for moonwork. Like, I think this will be a great deck for moonwork as it's supposed to be. Well, the creator says that you can use this for moonwork, obviously, because of the fact that it has like, you know, the moon spreads and things like that. Obviously, you can use this for anything, like for whatever you like, but I think it would be fun to use for moonwork. So I think I might use this in my next moon reading. I think that would be good. I really love this so far. So now we're going to move on and we're going to move into the pairings. I have several decks that I think would pair really nice with this. So it's going to be interesting. One of them, one of them, it feels like 100%, like it's going to pair 100% well together. And then the other ones, I'm not 100% sure. I need to see what they look like next to each other and things like that. But let's get into the pairings, because I think it's going to be fun to see what will pair well with this. Okay, so the first pairing that I thought we could look at what is the Law of Positivism Healing Oracle. This is by Sharon Oberg, artwork by Lori Mena. This is a Hay House deck. This is one that I got last year from Hay House to review. And to be honest with you, as soon as I saw this deck come out, I knew that this deck would be the perfect pairing for this one. Like, look at them. They absolutely complement each other, in my opinion, aesthetically. Also, with the way the titles are made with the little white background, it feels like they were made by the same person, even though that they weren't. So I do really, really, really love this. Like, oh, look at that. Together, they look absolutely stunning. So we have the divine is always supporting and guiding me in between the Fool and the Five of Wands. Oh, that's interesting. Because the Fool is about like new beginning, a new path. You're going down a new route, for example. But then you have the Five of Wands, which is like really conflict-based competition. So you have the divine guiding you on this new journey of sorts, but you're going to experience some challenges along the way. And I feel like you're not supposed to get discouraged by that. Like, you should allow this time as an opportunity to learn from the experiences that you gain or you go through, the challenges, because it's like an experience. Then we have, I focus my thoughts on abundance and gratitude in between of the Empress and the Six of Wands. Oh my God, that's so perfect, because this Empress is about abundance too, in a sense. You're nurturing in a way, the abundance that you want, or the creativity things that you're trying to do. Then the Six of Wands is that reward for focusing your thoughts and nurturing your capabilities. I absolutely love this. Love this so much. Oh my God, this is so good. My body knows how to self-heal. In between the Emperor and the Seven of Wands. Okay, that's interesting. Life is a dream within a dream. In between the Four of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Interesting. I like that, because the dreaming life, dreams is all mental. So you have like these two mental cards, especially with the Four of Swords with the rest aspect. I do really like that, actually. Okay, last one, and then we'll move on to the next pairing. It says, I connect with the strength and wisdom of my ancestors in between the Moon and the Queen of Swords. Very interesting. I do really like this. As I said, I feel like these really go well together. Both collage decks, both have like real people in between them. I love the dynamic. So this is probably my favorite pairing, but let's take a look at the next one and see what we think of them. So the next deck I thought would go well is the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards. This is by Yasmin Boland, and artwork by Lori Mena. So the same artist as the previous deck. This one obviously is by Yasmin. This is also a Hay House Oracle, one that I use a lot. I actually keep this Oracle deck in order for the moon phases. So, we have here New Moon Aries, go for it, with the Sun and the King of Swords. Then we have the New Moon in Taurus, know your worth, in between Judgment and the Queen of Wands. I do really like this actually with the know your worth aspect, because Judgment is for me about acceptance. So we have accepting your worth, and then the Queen of Wands I feel like is about your ultimate creativity, the projects that you're doing, and I don't know, maybe leadership in a way. Let me see what the keywords are in the book. I feel like it's definitely passion, like you're passionate. Let's see, what does she have? She has acceptance, fairness, room for all, decency, communal ambition, fairness. Yeah, I feel like there's like a sense of passion in what you're doing. So I would say a sense of passion in yourself. I'm gonna skip a few so we can get to like here, first quarter. So we have release control in between the World and the King of Wands. Very interesting, since the King of Wands is all about control. So it's definitely something that would be hard to do. Then we have the first quarter moon in Gemini. Speak your world into being. In between two aces. Oh, I love that, because aces are always new beginnings, right, of the suit. So you have speaking your world in terms of work, financial being, and things like that, like monetary aspects. And then you have in terms of your mind, so like ideas and things like that. So you're speaking your world into being. So you're taking any ideas you have in regards to your goals and speaking them into the world. Oh, I love this so much. Okay, here we have full moon in Aries. Cool your emotions in between the Queen of Cups and Nine of Wands. That is funny. We have emotions right here. Detoxify in between the Seven of Cups and the Two of Swords. Oh, that's interesting. Detoxifying is like letting go, releasing things that no longer serve you kind of thing. And then you have the Seven Cups, which is like too many choices. So having to let some of the choices go and focus on really what it is you're looking for. But at the same time, you don't even know what you're really looking for. You're trying to make a decision, but you feel like you're stuck in some way. That's very interesting. I actually really love these together. These look really good. This would be great for like a reading. You choose the card of either the full moon, the new moon, first quarter, or last quarter, and whatever sign it's in. And then you focus on this and then pull cards. Oh my God, that would be so amazing. That would be amazing reading right there. And we have embrace the flow of life in between the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Ooh, that is really good. I really like that actually. Okay, last one. Actually, I'll do, let's do the last quarter in Cancer instead. Here. That way we can have a little bit. Here we go. Last quarter moon in Cancer. We have take a breather in between Nine of Swords and Two of Cups. Interesting. I do like that in terms of the Nine of Swords, but then you have like that connection aspect, partnership of some sort, that comes into it. So yeah, I really like this. Okay, so let's move on to the next pairing. So the next pairing that I thought about was this one. This is the Work Your Light Oracle by Rebecca Campbell, artwork by Danielle Noel. This again is a Hay House Oracle deck, one of my oldest actually in my collection. And I chose this because I felt like Danielle Noel's artwork actually would complement nicely with this particular deck. Now, I am also going to show the Starseed Oracle. I feel like this one, the Starseed Oracle, would probably pair really nicely with this. I do also have Danielle Noel's other decks, the Rose Oracle, which is probably one of my most used, and then the Healing Waters Oracle. I don't feel like those two would pair well with this particular deck because of the colors. I feel like those two decks are so much softer in terms of like the color palette, and I feel like they would probably clash with this deck, in my opinion. But I do feel like this one and the Starseed would work well together. So we're going to see. So we have Starseed, you know, what lights you up in the middle, in between the Ten of Swords and the Three of Cups. I do like the colors between these two. Then we have Trust the Niggle. I don't even know how you pronounce this, to be honest with you. What is niggling feeling? What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Very strange wording. In between the Ten of Cups and Four of Cups. Interesting. So we're talking about feelings here, and then we have some emotions, which I feel like ties into this particular card of Swords. Okay. Then we have don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? We have the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, which is really interesting. I do really like that we have the questions or like different phrases and things, which helps. You can use this to focus your reading a bit. Kind of like how Lisa does. I reference this video often. It's a really good video. It was like the first one that she did for the, what kind of series was it? Hold on, let me look. Let me look at her channel. Was it a spread? Okay, it was for her series, Learn to Read Tarot. And it was the first video, which is have a chat with your cards. Yeah, I think it was that one. Have a chat with your cards. That was really good. She shows you how to like read your cards conversationally, where you pull one card, you use like the keywords or like the phrase or question or whatever that's on that card, and then you pull other cards to create a conversation. And that's what I feel like. I'll make sure to link that video so you can go check it out. And I really like how these cards have like different phrases or questions, and you can use them to create a conversation. So we have seeding the light, laying foundation, and divine plan in between the Seven of Pentacles and the King of Cups. I really like the artwork. I feel like the artwork is really good. Like these colors are way more brighter. Like this would go really well. Way more brighter, but I still feel like they go well together. So if you have this deck and you've been wanting this tarot, this would be a nice pairing together. So this is going to be the last one, and then we'll do the Starseed. So the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes in between Knight of Pentacles and the Magician. Very interesting. I feel like this is very like resourcefulness, using things that are available to you in terms of training. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, which the Knight of Pentacles, it's slow movement in regards to like where you're headed in terms of like your goals and stuff. What are the keywords at the Pentacles was first? What am I doing? Okay, here we go. Helping hands, ethical conduct, mutual benefit, nobility, assistance, honor, integrity, and respect. Yeah, that makes sense in terms of like guiding hand. I feel like in terms of like helping hands, maybe you're getting guidance from others to help you through whatever it is you've been training for, and that you have the resources available either by people you know helping you or resources that have been at your disposal, kind of thing. So let's look at Starseed Oracle. So then we have the Starseed Oracle. This is by Rebecca Campbell, artwork by Danielle Noel. This is another Hay House Oracle deck that I got a long time ago. I think I got it as soon as it came out. So yes, the bottoms are a different color. Before they were white. Well, with the Work Your Light, they were white, and now they're like a mauve-y kind of color. So we have You Got the Love, Hadrian Energy, Codependency, and Boundaries. This is from before, so let's just, in between the Four of Wands and the Ten of Wands. Boundaries is good because of the Ten of Wands. Four of Wands is more of like a celebration. So maybe celebrating the love that you have, but making sure that you stick with your boundaries and know when things become a little too overwhelming for you. Then we have Star Bathing, in between Nine of Pentacles and Page of Wands, Light Body, Crystal Grid, Transmission Activation. Interesting. Ooh, Water Your Garden, Nourishment, Body Care, Tenderness, and Rest, in between the Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. We have We Are the Hawthors, Deep Love, Mother of Milk, Birth is a Portal, in between Page of Pentacles and Six of Swords. Very interesting. This deck I need to use the guidebook with because some of the messages are a little abstract, in my opinion, sometimes. Defenselessness, Writing Past Wrongs, Uprooting, in between the Page of Cups and the Seven of Swords. That's interesting with the Seven of Swords. Writing Past Wrongs. I like that with the Seven of Swords, actually. Ooh, then we have that You're Not Alone. Isolation, Physical Connection, Community, in between the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Swords. I do like that with the Eight of Swords. Cups, obviously, connections. But the Knight of Cups is more like love and romantic love and things. Then we have Jump In. Andromedan Energy, Adventure, Say Yes to Change. Oh, okay. I like the Say Yes to Change in between these two because this is all about healing and this is all about change. So I do really like that, actually. So you should say yes to change, yes to moving on, yes to moving forward, and yes to healing in that regard. Okay, last one. The high karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth and conflict, in between the High Priestess and the Hermit. Interesting. I like the soul growth with the Hermit because that's I feel like that's a very indicative of the Hermit because you're really talking about growth and whatnot. The High Priestess is interesting. Well, that can be indicative of growth too, in the sense of looking within yourself, which technically you do with both of these cards. Okay, so I have one last deck that I want to show. It's a newer deck in my collection, but I feel like it will go well with this as well. So let's take that one out. Okay, so then we have the Inner Child Oracle. This is by Amanda Lynn Asling. This is a Hay House deck that came out this year in January. It's one of their newer releases. And I love this deck a lot. Like I love the imagery and things. And I felt like it would be a really good pairing with this particular deck because it's a collage deck as well. And I do really like collage decks. As you can clearly see, I have several of them. So I feel like this would pair really nicely together. So I thought we could take a look at it. So in the middle, we have "You are worthy," "You are worth it all, my love." And then in between, we have Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Pentacles, which is very interesting. Then we have "Let love guide you." So choose to see the good in the world today, between Justice and the King of Pentacles. And I really do like that we have this in between the Justice card, actually, you know, choose to see the good in the world today. I feel like that's, I actually really like that actually with the Justice card, because Justice card focuses on, it can focus on right and wrong, ethical dilemmas and things like that, and what it is that you see in the world in regards to how you see the world. So I feel like this really pairs well with this. And then we have the King of Pentacles, which is typically about, you know, I wouldn't say a legacy of some sort, but I would say like being like being a provider and being successful in a sense of monetary, in terms of like monetary gains and how you're successful in your goals and at work and things like that. So yeah, definitely interesting pairing for this one. Then we have Listen in between the Hanged Man and the Devil. So it says your inner child has something to say, which is very interesting in terms of, I like it in terms of the Hanged Man, because the Hanged Man is all about perception and perspective and things like that. And when you take time to listen, you can really form different perspectives and form a different perception about things. The Devil, though, that's interesting. I think I would have to sit with that one. Then we have Practice Freedom, Release the Weight of Judgment, in between the Two of Pentacles and the Tower. Interesting. Release the weight of judgment. That's interesting, because then we have like the Two of Pentacles where you're juggling things, right? You're trying to find like a sense of balance, right? And I feel like weight of judgment is all about acceptance, like accepting what is like beyond you, I guess, and what you're like, I guess, either capable of or not capable of. So juggling that and trying to find like a balance in between. Then you have the Tower, which is like super chaotic, right? So I do really like this actually together. The readings are really good with all of these decks. I'm just so excited. Okay, last one, because we've gone through a lot of decks. Pull yourself close. Every part of your being is deserving of love. In between the Hierophant and the Star. Interesting. The Star I really like because it's a sense of hope, self-discovery, self-development. That's really how I see the Star. In regards to like you deserving love, you need to find that for yourself. You need to discover that for yourself and make necessary changes in your life for that. But with the Hierophant, I feel like sometimes you're learning these things through others and maybe how others see you, or you can think of it as like therapy, learning how to be deserving of love through someone else guiding you to see that in a way. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do one more. Then we have the Lovers, the Five of Swords in between. We have review your responsibilities. Not all responsibilities are ours to hold. Interesting. Okay. That one I really have to think of in terms of like Lovers. Five of Swords I see as like inner conflict. So maybe understanding what choice and decision that you have in the manner, in a matter of speaking, and understanding where you need to let things go, in a sense, in regards to like this card. And and getting through like the struggle of needing to decide that. I think I'm gonna I'm gonna leave it at that. I think with this particular card, I think that's what makes sense to me at this very instant. Okay, so that was the Moondust Tarot. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below how you like the pairings. If there was any other pairings that came to mind of other Oracle decks, do let me know in the comments below. I'm always looking for more pairings, more ideas, and things like that. Let me know also down below in the comments what you think of this particular deck. Is it something that you would buy, you would own? Does it do you gravitate towards these kind of decks? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. And if you don't, let me know why. Is this something that's not your aesthetic? Is this something you wouldn't gravitate towards? I'd love to hear from you no matter what. I do thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Turn on that bell so you can be notified every time I post a brand new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it's greatly appreciated and helps me in the long run. Thanks so much, and I hope that you have a great day.